other. When they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form, winners of 6 of their last 8. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win. And
this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Adams there on the tackle.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 17 carries, 65 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Running with Kamara. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now fourth down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to complete this to Shenault. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing the receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
This is Carson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They run it with Carson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school. Touchdown, Jaguars! D.D. Westbrook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wilson will throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back back the other way, you have to regroup.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Oh, my, that's a heck of a tackle right there on 3rd down because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make a play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position, in order to make that play, he had to read his keys and not be fooled. Excellent job in the open field.
Makes the score, Jaguars 7.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
39-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Caught Eifert over the middle. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A throw for Westbrook, but it's here by Jimmy Smith. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Seahawks going to use the first as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson, a slant to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll kick things off in the AFC West as we check on Kansas City hosting Denver. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass there. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail the visiting LA Rams as that one's gone to the intermission. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And that one is at halftime as they've got the lead over the visiting Detroit Lions. Chris Godwin, a touchdown catch in that first half. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone, and the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
But they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Russell Wilson, sack.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be placed in a different spot.
All right, so the call stands. Tough now. They're out of challenges. Do you like the amount of challenges they have in the NFL?
I do, because I think it brings a little extra strategy into the game about a head coach trying to determine when is the right time to pull the challenge flag, or maybe I let that one pass because I might need it later on in a bigger situation.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And he is is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down,
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 6. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. The left side completion to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Wilson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 back. Okay, just like that, just like that.
is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
We'll take care of you. Yes, care. Kind of like I can get him the hell out of here.
What a wonderful dinner. What a beautiful family. Someone get a picture of me with my armor on the steak.
You're certainly in a good mood tonight, Dad.
Well, Lisa, I managed to solve a little problem today. And to celebrate, I'm going to tilt my chair.
What are you doing here? We thought we'd stop by unexpectedly for dinner. Now bring us some extra chairs like a good brother-in-law.
Time to fertilize the lawn. A couple of 500-pound bags should do it.
Be careful with my sister's heads. Their necks are brown. It's okay, Marge. Nothing's broke. Except humor. What's that supposed to mean? It means...
It means these two fabulous babes are staying for dinner.
Now there's a steak I could have done without. This has been such a nice, peaceful dinner. It calls for a celebration. I want to make the most international coffee in the house. Montreal.
All right, you had your fun. Now get lost.
Oh, my fun hasn't begun yet.
What?
We know something you don't want Marge to know. Now we own you, like Siegfried owns Roy. I'm sorry. All we have is messenger. I'm very, very sorry. Oh, Marge, you're just in time. Homer's getting ready to give us a foot rub.
No! I'm giving him a foot massage. You should have that.
You can start with the corners. Then you can move on to Bunyan Country.
Okay, steady, boy. Taking that doesn't make you any less of a man.
All right, girls. Today we're going to dance up some fairy queens. You can either be or a queen. It's wide open. And what have we here? A young man maybe who thinks he can be the next Barney Snooker.
I don't want to be the next anything. I'm only taking the stupid class because they made me.
So she has fire in the belly. But it will take more